Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. You want to find a position that is both sturdy and comfortable. If you're uncomfortable during the practice, then you'll just be distracted by your body, and that's just really unnecessary. And having a sense of stability really gives us a sense of groundedness, a sense of wanting to be here, to stay, not to use this as a stepping stone for the future. Just a moment right here that we're here to be in. So stability is also important. Sitting in a chair achieves those goals. Lying down does, or even sitting, of course, in a formal meditation posture. Just find what works for you. We also keep our eyes open during this practice, but if you have learned to practice with your eyes closed, it's not really a big deal. Just practice with your eyes closed. But if your eyes are open, leave the screen alone and drop your gaze gently down below you, kind of looking at the floor, or the desk, or the carpet, or whatever is just below you. We're not staring or analyzing at a particular spot on the floor, but we're also not zoned out and blurry. We have a gentle gaze directed softly and clearly downwards. You're in a comfortable and sturdy position, and your eyes are either closed or open. Gaze softly and clearly downwards. Notice how your body feels. Just kind of bring your attention to the sensation of your body. Maybe you feel a little pain in the lower back, or a little difficulty breathing, or an itch on your chin. Maybe a general sense of excitement, irritation, or alarm. Whatever it is, just notice it without wanting it to be something other than it is. In other words, accept exactly the way the body is right now without changing it, without wishing it be different. And even if you get an itch that appears on your cheek or something like that, just let it happen. We begin this practice with acceptance, not running, not changing, allowing and accepting. But of course, it's not so easy to accept the way things are because we spend most of our day trying to control things, trying to make things go our way and expect them to go our way. And this leads to a lot of suffering. Because things, of course, don't go the way we want them to. Not all the time. We're so stressed about the things that don't go our way that we don't even know to be thankful for the things we already have. We're just bound up in this thoughts. So to accept this moment as it is, it's necessary to leave thinking alone. Because thoughts don't accept things. They want to change. They want to find problems. They want to fix things. They want to become. They want to go. They want to do. So just see if you can bring your attention away from the head, which it probably is situated, and just track it all the way down to the breath, the sensations of breathing. And as the breath comes in, notice the sensations of that, and the same as the breath goes out. And instead of paying attention to thoughts, follow breathing, rising and falling. Leave your thoughts alone. Notice how easy it is to just go right back to them. They're so alluring. But this isn't bad that you were thinking. It's just our habit. So don't judge yourself when you start getting lost in thought and the breath is no longer noticed. When you notice that you're lost, simply return. Don't judge this process. Don't get irritated with it. Just keep on returning, rising and falling. And again, I'm probably catching you thinking, no problem. Just return. Return gently to the breath. Don't make the mistake of trying to concentrate on the breath. It's not a tightening or a contraction kind of thing. It's more of a open and light awareness thing. noticing the breath as it is and allowing it to be, just as we allow everything else to be, rising and falling. Stop ruminating. Stop planning. Just leave it alone. You're doing great. Return to the breath. And don't get confused here either. Thoughts don't have to stop for us to notice the breath. We notice we notice breathing as thinking happens. Just follow the breath instead of the content of thoughts. Let them pass on by like a black cloud passes on by in the reflection of a mirror. Regard your thoughts like the sound of birds outside your window. They're there, but not a hindrance. Wake up. Wake up. This moment is available to you to wake up. Return to breathing. Return to your life. Thoughts are mere explanations. They are not in themselves the real thing. Remain with breathing, rising and falling. All right, you can look at the screen. There's a lot of, I get a lot of questions about, let's say it this way. When I first started practicing, there were periods where I just felt like nothing was happening. Like, well, okay, I get it. And I've heard this too from my teachers. Don't try, stop looking, effortless. Okay, I get it. You're not supposed to put in effort, but why am I doing this? Where are the results? Like, I get it. You're not supposed to seek the results, blah, blah, blah. But okay, after that, why am I not being happy? Why am I still, whatever? Basically, I would think, well, this isn't working. And I kind of eye rolled the whole non-dual, stop seeking kind of thing. Like, yeah, I get it. But let's get to the real deal. Okay, why are we really doing it? Yeah. And it wasn't until I realized that that is really it. That seeking of the future was the issue. Everything I did, and everything most of us do, is for some outcome. It's to get somewhere. We go to school for a purpose. We get a job for a purpose. We wash the dishes for a purpose. We do everything, basically, for a reason. And so it's very difficult to approach meditation and be like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to leave thinking alone. I'm supposed to leave all my reasons alone? Okay. We kind of take that and we're like, okay, yeah, it's special stuff, but it's really it. Until you learn to actually stop expecting something. Like, we always hear stories about the enlightenment story, the awakening stories, the fireworks, the changing of life, the turnarounds. These exist, but seeking them doesn't give us that, because these things aren't achieved, they're discovered. They're discovered when we stop looking for the things we want to discover, when we stop seeking the things that we already are. It's like try to take one step closer to yourself, or take one step away from yourself. You can't. But when we approach meditation thinking you're going to get something, you're going to try to earn something, and oh, it's not working for me, it's because you're trying to do something that's impossible. And it's understandable, but it's an important point. Leave your expectations alone. You can have a reason to come to the cushion. You can have a reason, like, I want to stop suffering, I want this, whatever, and it gets you to the cushion, gets you to practice. But then the moment you start practicing, drop it. Not for a purpose, you don't drop it for a reason, you don't drop it for any reason. You approach like a scientist, like a discovery. Just sitting. Just sit. What is this? What do I hear? What is this mind? Not what is this mind so I can get something out of it. No. Like, a scientist goes where the evidence leads. The scientist isn't. A bad scientist has a conclusion and tries to find evidence for it, right? A good scientist has no conclusion and just looks. What is this thing? That's how we should treat our minds. That's how we should treat meditation. Don't check whether or not you're doing it right or doing it wrong. Don't check whether you're making progress or not. Leave it. It's all complete here and now. So just sit. Thank you for your time today. And as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.